You are now listening to the Full Sport Press podcast, featuring hosts J-Hove, Jeff, and Weezy. Please enjoy the show.
Greetings and salutations. I would like to welcome everybody back, and some of you for the first time, to the Full Sport Press podcast, the premier sports podcast for the consummate sports fan. And this is your one-stop shop for all sports-related news and topics. I'm J-Ho.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
Weezy in the building. Say what's up, Weezy.
What it do? What it don't do? What's going on?
What it is.
What it is.
Yeah.
What it ain't.
What it ain't.
What it ain't. Weezy.
Definitely what it ain't.
What it was.
What it was.
It's been a few things.
It's been a few things this week. So how's everybody's week, man?
Good for me. I have no complaints.
Sure.
Yeah.
Cameraman, how you, brother? That's what's up, my brother. That's what's up. Always good from the cameraman. Weezy, what we got up on the show today, brother?
Today we are breaking down New Year's Day bowl games.
Mm-hmm.
College football. FSP style. Always. FSP style.
Better damn know it. Better damn believe it. Let's start off with our best of the week, Weezy. What's your best of the week, buddy?
My best of the week was Jalen Hurts when he gets a standing ovation
Mm-hmm.
at his graduation, man.
That's dope.
He deserved it. He deserved it.
Yeah.
He don't know he's going to be playing in a couple weeks, but
A couple of weeks. It'll be all over with.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll forget Jalen Hurts. Disrespectfully.
he's gonna play in his bowl game.
Hot.
Yeah. Watch.
Like, finish the game, start the game.
I don't think Tua's gonna be healthy.
We'll talk about it in the second half of the show. Jeff, what you got for your best of the week, buddy?
Man, you know what? Got my first season out the way as a basketball coach for
Yeah.
my nephew league. I'm glad it's over.
Yeah.
You know, kids was great. A lot of stress.
A lot of stress. Yeah.
It's over, man. I mean, that's my best of the week.
Yeah. Will you coach again?
No, I'm done.
Yeah.
No,
I
not
was the
that
same
age
way.
group. Not that age group.
I did 7 and 8.
Yeah,
Football.
That was
Grand opening.
great closing.
Grand closing. I ain't never coached.
I was counting down at the fourth quarter. How much time we got left, rep?
Yeah.
Let the clock run, baby. Let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Let it
Nah,
go.
we good. Let it run.
Never do that.
Let it run.
Yeah, most definitely. I respect that too. Jeff. Most definitely. My best of the week, man. Shaq's son had successful heart surgery.
Yes.
Looks like he's already ready to get back out there in high spirits.
That's dope.
On his way to recovery, man. So that's a big deal, man. Shout out to Sharif. Yeah, most definitely. What's your worst of the week, Weezy?
The rest of the week, Stephen A. Smith, man.
Definitely gonna talk about that.
That's your
my
worst of the week. Yeah.
He dropped the ball.
Yeah, he did. That was bad.
That was
That was
that was
tough.
cringeworthy.
That was tough to watch.
Yeah.
That was tough to watch. Damn. Yeah.
shout out
You
to
ever seen that, man? Just search Stephen A. Smith.
It's the first thing you get.
Yeah. It's a billion videos about that. What's your worst of the week?
Man, last night, The Zone, D-A-Z-N, however you do it, the abbreviation, had their first big fight last night with Canelo Alvarez versus Rocky Fielding.
Yeah.
Canelo's in the ring 3 months right after fighting Triple G. I mean, he won in the third round against Rocky, man, but they need Jim Lampley and Roy Jones bad.
Bad.
Their commentary's trash.
Commentary's trash.
It looks good, though.
It does.
The first fight looks good. You could tell Canelo's going to breeze through these 10 fights he's got on there. He's already scheduled to fight again in March.
Oh,
So he's going to go through these 10 real quick.
Real quick.
Yeah, so it's cash out for him. But,
Smart.
yeah, man, that was rough last night.
Nothing like bad commentary, man.
They had to ruin it.
You know what's got bad commentary?
Reggie Miller.
Chris Webber.
Jason Witten.
Jason Witten is
James
horrible.
Witten, he's bad.
Jason Witten bad.
He shouldn't go
Yeah,
like.
he's
He
bad.
shouldn't be cut.
This grand opening, grand closes for him,
He won't-
just
he
like it
won't-
was me and Jeff.
Yeah, he won't be back
Really?
next year.
No.
Yeah,
Hell
that's-
no.
You ain't got to worry about that.
My worst of the week, fellas,
Yes, sir.
was Fiasco. It was my worst of the week is a little bit of a what's the word I'm looking for?
Kerfuffle?
Nah, not even kerfuffle. We were racially profiled.
Ooh.
Yeah, racially profiled. So
Wasn't treated the same.
yeah, just racially profiled for sure. So shout out to Sean Watts, shout out to DP, shout out to DP. We were going to Hibachi. Jeff, you were invited.
Yeah.
You didn't pull up.
Had practice.
Yeah, but you didn't pull up.
Last
It's
practice.
okay. Last practice.
He
It's
didn't call.
okay.
He didn't call, did
You didn't say nothing. It's all
he?
good.
It's all good.
You said
Don't
you
look like
weren't
that. Because
You said you weren't going.
I said that here. I said
You
that
said
here.
you said you were gonna try. For sure. Yeah, you said you were gonna try. You did say that. Yes, you did.
It's
You did
possible.
say,
It's possible.
yeah, you did say that.
Okay.
So Weezy he's never had hibachi.
Really, Weezy?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
Weezy's not a fan of hibachi, so we were going for the full hibachi experience.
Gotcha.
We needed the full experience. So we
Absolutely.
walk in and we say, hey, we need the full experience. Now, I don't want to get Miss USA and use the tone that this Asian lady
No.
spoke to me about, but she said, for sure, this is the thing, there's a wait for hibachi.
Okay.
So we're just going to set you guys in the booth. right?
No, we want hibachi though.
I said, we came for hibachi though.
Yeah.
It's a long wait. Why don't you guys just go in the booth?
No.
I was like, You know, looked over at Sean, said, what you think, Sean?
Yeah.
Looked over at DP. DP, it don't matter to me.
Yeah, DP's a go with the flow kind of guy.
For sure.
Yeah.
So we said, we're just going to go in the booth.
Okay.
You know, and Weezy was late, of course.
Yeah.
So we sat in the booth, and I was sitting there. 10 minutes has passed,
Yeah.
Jeff. So I saw a white couple, 2 white couples come into the building.
That's 4.
It's 4
Yes,
people.
four
So
people.
it was 4 people.
Yeah,
Even
y'all
math,
have-
it's 4
exactly.
people.
Good math. Quick math.
Quick math.
Yeah.
So I looked, and they were being seated in hibachi. I said, and I looked at Sean. They were like, "What's wrong?" I was like, that couple, those 2 couples, just got seated in the hibachi
Okay.
that we asked for.
Right.
There was a long wait.
Right.
No long wait.
No.
No long wait. So I looked. We sat there. I was like, "Man, we finna dip.
Yeah.
We gone." Make a long story short, we gone. And paid for our drink, so we're walking out.
Yeah.
The owner of the establishment, where you guys going?
Yeah.
Said, we're going to spend our money somewhere else
Yeah.
because we weren't treated the right way. But not necessarily, I didn't say that. What I said was, we're going to spend our money somewhere else because we came here for hibachi.
Right.
She said, "Oh no, you can go over there now. You guys can go over there now."
Yeah.
I said, "No, you should have kept that same energy when we walked in, not when we were walking out."
Right.
We walked out. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna put the place on blast, but
People from our other counterparts would have been put on blast.
For sure.
We're on a scathing report.
Didn't do that, but just kind of
Yelp
hidden racism.
Yelp. Go get on Yelp.
I might Yelp them.
Yeah, Yelp.
You know what I'm
Yelp.
saying?
Yeah.
But it was trash.
That's rough, man.
Yeah, no, for sure, that was trash. And also, Coach Wayman sent in the worst of the week.
Oh, let's do it.
Kind of keeping with the same. Shout out to Coach Wayman. He's based in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Mhm.
For our listeners. His alma mater, Warren Central High School, is one of the elite programs in the Midwest, top 25 nationally in football and basketball the past 2 years.
Wow.
They won state in basketball boys and girls last year, football this year, and currently number 1 in basketball.
How much y'all paying on that, Coach Wayne?
So there's a star wide receiver at Warren by the name of David Bell, who's been a starting wide receiver since his freshman year.
Okay.
He's easily the best player in the state for the past 2 to 3 years.
Okay.
All type of offers
Yeah.
out of the wazoo, whatever the case may be. And with all that being said, he was robbed of Indiana Mr. Football Award this year. They gave the award to a kid that's headed to Notre Dame, small school, 1A football player, basically a Rudy Hoosier situation. Now, Coach Wayman get on to say, people around Indy love to see small, predominantly white schools get any type of win over predominantly black schools. There's a war going on outside. We need to take care of our own, for sure. So that is Coach Wayman's worst of the week. And anybody that's been in a small city or just being in a city, period, can
know what he's talking about.
know exactly what he's talking about. Shout out to Coach Wayman, most definitely.
I raise my fist every show, Coach Wayne. Every show I raise my fist.
Oh, man. Make sure you check us out on iTunes, Facebook, Instagram, Google Play, Stitcher, Beyond Pod, YouTube, and of course the SoundCloud page to catch up on the full archive of past episodes of FSP. Just search Full Sport Press Podcast. And after you do that, check out the On Deck TV Hip Hop Podcast with Animal Brown and Spike Lee each and every Wednesday. This week's show is the 2008 year review episode.
Yeah.
That was
a big year.
Yeah.
Huge year. Big year for hip hop.
Pardon me.
Shout out to the guys at the On Deck TV Hip Hop Podcast. Great show that week.
Yeah.
2008.
2008.
That was a monumental year.
It was a funny episode because I didn't think about it. Dang, that was a while ago. It didn't feel like some of those albums that came out right
Yeah,
that
for
time.
sure. It was 10 years
10
can
years
fast. Yeah, super fast, for sure. Also, the guys at On Deck are doing 12 Days of Christmas
Yeah.
as they break down albums released in 2018. They have some special guests on each breakdown show, including themselves and including the guys Full Sport Press.
Shout out to it.
For sure. So every episode is leading up to Christmas Day. Shout out to the On Deck TV guys for letting us partake in a little bit of hip hop.
Talk a little hip hop.
Most definitely. The Ladies Room podcast, man. Check out Rizzo and Anne-Marie to find out what the ladies are really talking about in the Ladies Room. You can catch up on past episodes and follow the Ladies Room podcast on IG and Facebook. One time for Coach Locke.
Shout out to the ladies.
Shout out to the ladies, most definitely, man. Fresh for Dumb is me and my dog Animal Brown. It's a self-help fashion podcast directly related to improving everyday fashion. You can catch our latest issue number 37, should be up right now, directly for the culture. Follow the show IG page at Fresh for Dummies and simply search Fresh for Dummies on all of your social media handles. Also, go to the YouTube channel, check out COD Live. Hella episodes still up. Wear your kicks and cop them responsibly.
And you can read up on your favorite FSP co-hosts. All right. Allergies. Purchase your FSP merchandise and catch up on past episodes from the shows we just mentioned and much, much more. How do you do that, you ask Weezy? Just simply search www.realvillemedia.com. Tell a friend to support the real. RMG!
Most definitely, man. RMG. Jeff,
Yes, sir.
got 10 good rest seconds.
Whew.
Start the music.
All right, man. You know, the last couple of weeks I've been saying it's been slow.
Been slow.
It's been rough.
Been rough.
Well,
It picked up.
no.
Got even slower.
Vince McMahon has been listening, I guess.
Yeah.
He's going to make his return to Monday Night Raw this week because apparently the last 2 consecutive weeks have been the lowest ratings in company history. And after selling the show away, not show away, but selling the rights to air the show for roughly $1 billion, got to keep those ratings up.
Most
keep that
definitely.
investment.
Yeah.
So Vince is coming back this week to kind of boost the morale a little bit
Most definitely.
and make some changes. So let's lighten the mood a little bit real quick, guys. Tonight is the TLC pay-per-view. So you know what that means.
Who you got?
Who you
There's
got?
another episode of Who You Got.
Yeah.
All right, 3 quick ones, guys.
You know what TLC means?
Tables, ladders.
I
Oh,
That's
okay.
a question. But all right, now you know what it means.
I don't. Cheers.
Yep, tables, ladders, and chairs.
Yeah.
All right. So the first match, Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose for the Intercontinental Championship. Who you got, Jay?
Oh, I got Dean Ambrose for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Louise?
I'm gonna go with Seth Rollins.
I ain't mad at that.
Yeah.
Then we got Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair versus Asuka for the Women's SmackDown Championship for the triple threat match. Who you got? Weezy.
I'm gonna go Becky. Gotta go with Becky.
Yeah.
I got Asuka.
That's who should win.
Yeah.
I don't think it's who's going to win.
Right.
And the main event of the evening probably going to be match of the year, even though it is December. Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles for the SmackDown Championship. Who you got, J Ho?
I got Daniel Bryan for sure.
Okay.
I gotta go with Daniel Bryan. That's what's up. You gonna get this?
And that's who you got.
Man, that's 10 good wrestling seconds also. Shout out to you, Jeff.
Yeah.
In case you missed Weezy, I got you again. Vitamin Water. It's asking, could you actually ditch your smartphone for a year?
Okay.
They want to find out. And willing to part with $100,000 if someone can rise to the challenge. Here we go. Here are the details. To enter the contest, you need to submit a post on Twitter. I know it makes no sense, but you still have to use your smartphone to do that.
That's tough.
Including the hashtag #NoPhone for a year and contest outlining what you would do if you can't swipe or scroll for a whole year. The deadline to enter is January 8th, 2019. The company will select a contestant around January the 22nd according to the contest rules and give them a 1996 era cell phone.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So you keep a phone.
Keep a
You
phone.
just can't.
It should be a block phone. So for the next year, if you get chosen, you can't use any smartphone or tablets at all, even those belonging to other people, but you can use a laptop and a desktop computer. Now, devices like Google Home and Amazon Echo are okay too. If you can go a full year carrying around something like Zach Morris used and Saved by the Bell, you win $100,000. Could
Sign
you
me
do
up. Y'all sign me up.
Yeah.
You would be fine.
Yeah.
Y'all sign me up.
I get my laptop though.
I
I get my laptop.
Yeah, you
Cool.
What if you drive Uber?
You done.
Well,
Dead in water.
shout out to
Yeah.
you.
If you last 6 months, you get $10,000 though.
Yeah. That's the Uber tab right there.
And at the end of the year, the end of that year, they'll make you do a lie detector test to see how accurate that you were being as far as honesty. Yeah, man.
I try. I don't know. It's a lot.
They say over 92% of the world owns a smartphone.
That's crazy.
That makes sense.
That's insane, man. Most definitely, man. Now, tweet us with questions throughout the week at Full Sport Press. Don't forget to comment and give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page. On the iTunes page, please rate and subscribe. But more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
Tell the friends to use smartphones.
Man, about that Full Sport Press podcast, the revolution will be podcasted, cameraman. Before we get started, first have Weezy. We have a new segment alert, don't we?
New segment popping.
What is the weekly yellow box of Cheerios award, Weezy? What is this? What is this?
What is this? Yellow box of Cheerios.
Okay.
This all started from the Real View group chat.
For sure. Shout out to the River Group Chat. Everybody, all the members. For
Woo.
sure. Shout out to you guys.
So the yellow box of Cheerios is there's two kinds of Cheerios.
Okay.
You got the honey nut, which is, people eat those.
For sure.
It was definitely.
You eat those growing up. Then you got the yellow box.
Most definitely.
Which is, people don't eat those. Unless you're weird.
A little different.
Or
A little different. A little different.
Yeah, a little different. You eat that, you might have a bad day.
Okay.
You got the yellow box if you want.
Okay.
I understand.
Okay.
So, that's what the yellow box is. There's
Okay.
no sugar added.
No sugar added. Okay.
Yeah, just
Needs a little
straight.
milk.
Yeah, just
For sure.
straight corn, whatever it is.
Okay.
Whatever Cheerios is. That's
Okay.
what it is.
So this week's award recipient of the Yellow Box of Cheerio Awards is none other than Jeff's favorite wide receiver in the NFL, who's recently cut from his team.
Used to cut from the Buffalo Bills.
TP, are you with me? You
Yes.
had a full nickname and everything.
Yeah, that's my
for
guy.
him. That's your guy, Terrell Pryor.
Terrell Pryor.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about Terrell Pryor. Why he gets the Yellow Box of Cheerios Award. The inaugural
Yeah, no,
Yellow Box of Cheerios Award.
Yeah.
TP, oh my gosh, his girlfriend
Mhm.
found out
Mm-hmm.
he cheated on her
Okay.
and was having a second baby
Okay.
with his original baby's mother.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
That's not what, and don't stop there,
It
guys.
don't stop. Okay.
The baby mother
Okay.
had an abortion.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Ah.
And now
Uh-huh.
the baby mother
Uh-huh.
and the girlfriend
Mm-hmm.
are beefing
Yeah.
on who Terrell Pryor will get pregnant next.
Oof. Hey.
TP.
TV.
Get some honey nut Cheerios, TV.
See out that yellow box.
Got that yellow box Cheerios.
Hey, that's tough, man.
That's tough.
Hey, man, it's a lot. It's a lot going on.
Yeah.
And this is not the shade room.
Yeah, we're going to tread, and going forward, we're going to tread lightly.
For sure.
It's not TMZ.
It's not TMZ, for
Not the
sure.
shade room.
yellow
no.
box.
It's just a yellow box of Cheerios.
You can do better.
Yeah.
Most definitely. You guys ready to get started the first half?
Yeah, fast.
The first half is underway.
First half, hottest sports news of the past week, like we do here at the Full Sport Press Podcast each and every week. Before we start, I'm Jay Hope.
It's your boy, Big Jeff.
Weezy was cracking.
What up, cameraman? Weezy, where can they find you at on social media, brother?
FSP_Weezy
Most definitely.
on IG.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm at How Weezy on Twitter.
I don't know.
That how Weezy on Twitter? Yeah, you good.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
That's
it.
it.
What's up? Where you at, Jeff?
Man, Jay Easley 84 across all social media platforms.
So, J Hope everywhere, man.
Catch me if you can.
Yeah.
New Year coming.
New year,
Open it
new
up,
year,
man.
new hole.
Open it
Yeah.
up.
Nah.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you
I don't
said
remember
New
that.
Year?
Yeah, New Year, new
freshman W's. You said.
New Year,
Nah,
new
I
me.
don't know
You
what
started
you're
it
talking
right already. New Year, new me.
Get you in the gym with me, Weezy.
I'm getting in the gym. I got to.
For sure. We
Yeah.
get you.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to you. What's that?
Let's get the first half
I wasn't
started.
living in New Year.
Let's go with Weezy's favorite sport with a little fantasy on top of it, man. The FSP fantasy football playoff time.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Count them out.
Okay. And the number 1 versus number 4 matchup, we got Winston's eye exam, myself, versus Weezy's favorite team.
Now watch God.
It's a barn burner right now. Now watch God. Oh, matter of fact, he's taking a nice little lead on me right now.
Uh-oh.
Man, refresh. It's now 79-63 for Now Watch God.
But you got Ty Gurley still play.
You better know it.
You better not let Washington this dog. We ain't gonna hear the end of that, boy. Woo-wee.
And in the second matchup, we got Urban Meyer's Faulty Memory, the number 2 seed, versus A Royale with the Cheese. Right now, A Royale with the Cheese is up 82-66.
Hey, right out with the cheese. That's the one he has Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm. But that is projected to go back to Urban Meyer's Faulty Memory. He has 2 of his wide receivers to play and his QB with his running back in the game right now. So
Who's projected to win that one? D-Harris?
Harris is projected to win now.
And who's projected to win your game?
I am projected.
How many
Yeah.
times you got left?
I got 2 players left to play.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, my kicker and Tiger.
Who's he have to let to play?
No, he got a wide receiver left to play.
Now watch God.
Now watch God.
What's your favorite team name, Jay?
Colin Kaepernick's afro.
Shout out to him. Yeah, we're gonna bring him back next year. We're gonna start a campaign, y'all. Gotta get J Hope back in the FSP Fantasy League.
You don't even watch football no more.
I don't, man. I gotta get back, man.
Shout out to J Hope.
All right, man. Let's talk about some NBA. You good, Jeff?
Yeah, we good.
All right,
Shout out to everybody, man. Good luck to everybody. We'll talk about it next week.
Most definitely, man. Let's talk about some NBA basketball. It is safe to say that Jabari Parker won't be getting a statue outside the United Center when his tenure is over with the Chicago Bulls. After 29 games, Jabari Parker Pierce have already fallen out of the Bulls' regular rotation after playing just 4 minutes during Thursday's 97-91 loss to the Orlando Magic. Parker is averaging 15.8 points a game, 7 rebounds coming into Thursday's game. 23-year-old Parker signed a 2-year, $40 million deal with the team in the offseason, and the Bulls signed Parker to that deal with the second year being a team option. What will Chicago do with their hometown kid, Jabari Parker?
He's got to go.
Got to go. Oh, yeah, for sure.
That team is in, like, purgatory. I don't know. I mean, they're threatening mutiny against the coach.
Sure.
Coach.
Yeah.
Not going to practice. He has some suicide.
I feel bad for Zach LaVine. Because he's having a good year.
He's having a good year, for sure, and he's just going to shit.
Yeah. This is your squad.
This is my squad, and I think the Bulls put themselves into this position in this situation, for sure. With too much dip on the chip. Way too much dip on the chip.
Okay.
If you look at it, us paying him $40 million,
right.
The Kings were going to offer him maybe 25 for 2. I think we went above and beyond to make Jabari a part of the team, and it's just not working out. He came out in an interview and said, they don't pay people to play defense. So if you say that in your opening
set the tone.
press, you set the tone. You don't play any defense at all.
Right now today, is he a bust?
Ooh.
2 knee injuries, back-to-back years. It's going to be more injuries compared to bust. At the end of the day, he's averaging 16 points a game, 7 rebounds. He's just a very, very...
He's a mediocre player.
No, mediocre is 9. 16 points a game is solid.
But to his point, people tanked for Jabari Parker.
For sure.
Yeah, so he's in that... He was like, like Jeff said.
People were... he was probably a generational change.
When I think about Jabari Parker and Derrick Rose and people like that, them top 5 players. Yep. In their class.
Coming out of college. Yeah, for sure. No more playing this conference. I mean, high school class. Yeah. But they put him in a bad spot with Lauri Markkanen, with Zach LaVine. Those guys don't play defense.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. They got a lot of players do the same thing.
Yeah, you have Bobby Portis. You also have, you draft Wendell Carter. Come on, man.
What's he doing?
Yeah, I mean, he's playing all right. But you have to trade him. If you see now, trades are happening because of December 15th, you were able to trade the people that you signed in the offseason. So he ruffled some feathers when he came into the city, and his fit just didn't work. It says 15 teams are looking to trade for him and obtaining Jabari Parker. He can help a lot of teams. I think San Antonio makes the most sense.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Just human with that one.
Yeah, well, because they need a scoring option besides DeMar DeRozan. Jabari Parker is that. And if you're in San Antonio, they'll find a way to make you look like you're playing.
That's what I'm going to say. Can he put the...
Papa hide him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He'll find a way.
Can he hide Jabari Parker enough to do that? Okay. I'll take your word on that. I'm not sure if he can or not, but I'll take your word on that.
He'll be fine.
All right, let's move on to the NFL, guys. Let's talk about the Oakland Raiders. Yeah. All right, so despite ongoing problems with the city of Oakland, the Raiders had planned to play in the Bay Area at the Oakland Coliseum next year. They're all planning to move to Las Vegas in 2020. We know that, right? Mm-hmm. All right, but this past week, the city of Oakland filed a federal lawsuit against the Raiders and the NFL. They allege that the league's 32 teams have formed an illegal cartel that colludes to force cities to pay for new facilities with public funds, or they're going to face relocation of their team. Whew. The lawsuit seeks monetary compensation from the NFL. What are the Raiders going to do?
Yeah, man. Oakland, period. They're going to lose Golden State at the end of this year.
It's possible.
The A's, they want a new stadium for the A's.
Wait, is that confirmed by Golden State? I didn't hear that.
Oh, yeah, Golden State, well, they're moving to San Francisco.
That's right.
Because of their new stadium.
Gotcha.
And they were the reason that they even did that because they weren't able to lock a long-term plan out. So, I mean, no free agent will sign or wants to sign with a team that doesn't know where they're going to be in limbo from year to year.
It's rough. It's like, I guess even when they announced moving that team to Vegas, I didn't understand it because I always thought the Raiders fan base was one of the best in the NFL.
One of the best, yeah.
But, if you want that stadium, our stadium, the way you can use it to make money doing other things like Jerry World, like the one in the Falcons have now with the Ben Stadium. I get it.
Yeah.
But, man, that's a slap in the face of your fan base right there.
Then Las Vegas Stadium, it won't be ready until 2020, so you have to find a place for them to play in 2019, 2020.
I think they'll figure it out. I think they'll play there next year.
Cartel though.
Yeah.
A cartel.
You're looking at San Diego, I think Reno and Glendale.
Yeah.
On the location with also San Antonio
That's
being
rough.
considered. Maybe they could play where.
Why they go over to Texas?
Yeah.
That's way out there.
That's what you do when you pick up your team and try to move because you don't get your way.
Yeah, but you gonna go over to Texas?
Too much dip on your chip.
Too much dip.
Too much dip on your chip is funny.
Yeah, for sure. Most definitely. Let's move back to college football, man. Many fans and analysts feel strongly that the current college football playoff format simply does not include enough teams, fellas. And it may not be long before we see a significant change on that front. The current contract expires after the 2026 playoff. Will we see an 18 college football playoff sooner or later than 2026?
I think we're going to see it sooner. I don't want it to happen though.
How? I think it's a contract. How
Well, the thing is that it can be totally dismantled due to the fact if I think a majority rule situation with a lot of CBAs and things of that nature, just basic agreements. If everybody involved, if there's a majority rules, can end it. I mean,
decided that it's not working well for the company, you can dissolve it.
I definitely agree. It should be 18. It seems like UCF should have been in there.
But just
4 they shouldn't, but 8, yeah.
I mean, and also, what Jeff always talks about, the current 12-year, $7.2 billion contract between ESPN and the college football playoff will be reopened at that date. But if you can get 4 more teams in, that equals up to $10 billion.
Yeah.
10 what?
$10 billion. Compared to 7.2, everybody involved, except for the kids.
Except for the kids going to win.
$10 billion.
Yeah, man, from 7.2 to 10 billion. That's insane. But if you the whack part about it, with that money, okay, so 7.2, 10 billion, right? That money right there, all should be to athletes, and they should find a way to. That's enough money to pay athletes between now and 2026.
That's what, 10 billion?
That's like between what is that, like 3.4 billion?
Yeah,
that's enough to pay for 3 years.
He's talking about the extra added access from what they're already getting now to adding on those other teams. You should be able to cover
and disperse that within the kids.
Yeah,
10, 15,000 a kid, man, you'll be fine.
Hey, man, you live in a perfect world, my brother.
I am.
I honestly, I guess, I don't know, maybe I'm showing my age a little bit, but I don't want the 8 teams. Just simple fact, I think 4 gets it right, and I think if you open it up to 8, you have a better chance for getting it wrong. To me, than you do with 4.
Yeah.
Because you added with 5 conference champions and 3 wild cards. What's going to say, let's say this year, like Georgia's not 8. Let's say, just hypothetically, Georgia has 2 losses. Ohio State has 1. Then you start bringing in other teams with 1 loss. And you have an argument. Well, why isn't Texas in there?
For sure.
Why isn't this team there? You know what I mean? Like it just opens up more arguments than it does solutions to me.
It's always going to be debate about which team deserve to be in. When it's 8, it'll be like, well, there's 4 more teams that deserve to be in.
Especially with 2 lost teams going to be voted in.
The final cap will be 16. Probably, we're gray and old, but it'll be 16 and they'll stop there, just like how the NCAA stopped at 64, air quotes, and then they add these small play-in games to get to.
Would be great.
Yeah, for sure.
16 teams. That's a lot of football.
It's a lot of extra football. Especially with kids not being paid. Most definitely.
Speaking of people being paid,
oh, yeah.
Let's go to Weezy's guy.
No, they my guy.
Sure guy, for sure.
Stephen A. Smith. All right, so after catching some quick Z's during the live boxing telecast a weekend ago, Stephen A. Smith was on First Take this week breaking down Thursday night's Chargers-Chiefs game by reminding us to keep an eye on Spencer Ware. Spencer Ware was actually out with a foot injury.
Yep.
Also keep an eye on Derrick Johnson.
Free agent.
No longer in the NFL. And said Hunter Henry's going to ball out. He's been out since training camp. And he also called the Chargers, the LA Chargers, the San Diego Chargers.
Which is common.
Which is cool.
That's
That's probably the least egregious out of everything.
For sure.
Is ESPN working Stephen A. Smith too hard right now?
Yeah, because they need more people that has an opinion, and he's the only person that expresses an opinion in a way that it rattles the cage. They need more personalities, but the personalities that they had, they ran them out of 5. So, in turn, his contract ends in 2021, and he's already pondering his next move.
Yeah.
He said that, quote, listen to this.
Yeah.
I can host an afternoon show like Steve Harvey or Ellen DeGeneres. I can do a late night show, if somebody writes an opening monologue.
Yeah.
I could do a late night show like Stephen Colbert or Jimmy Fallon. I can do all of those.
And he can.
He's tried it.
And he can't.
No, he's had one.
He did it.
Yeah, well,
but it was
That was
bad.
early in his career. That was early.
But it was bad.
It wasn't bad. The AI interview was
I knew that was the only show. It was the only good episode.
Right.
Oh, Kobe. Kobe was on that show.
Kobe was okay.
The only good episode was the AI one.
Because they really were comfortable with each other.
Yeah.
AI didn't really do a lot of interviews other than Slam.
No.
You're right.
Yeah. You're basing it on one good interview.
That's the only one I remember.
Yeah, exactly. It's trash. Stephen A. Smith is a shock jock in the greatest sense of the term. He doesn't know. A lot of the times he just be talking, and I get it. He set the precedent for a lot of people to use and copycat off of, but at the same time, he's good for sports.
He yell a lot, say some big words.
Yeah, for sure.
We got you taken care of.
No, for sure.
He can't mess up like that because he's the face of ESPN.
Yeah,
Right
he
now,
is
for sure.
ESPN.
He is ESPN right now.
Yeah, he is
He got him on their back, for sure.
That's tough, man.
All right, before we start with halftime, let's talk about Derek Fisher,
Oh,
NBA champion. Little Rock, Arkansas's own.
Uh-oh.
Now watch God.
Now watch God.
Yeah, watch God.
And current LA Sparks head coach. He has another side kid.
Uh-oh.
Derek Fisher has been hired by Luxury Asset Capital, a company that targets professional athletes and other, and I quote, high net worth individuals and families, end quote, who find themselves challenged by the, and I quote again, burdensome and evasive process of traveling and traditional money and lending. Basically, let me break this down for you. Fisher is working for a company that preys on young athletes that are naive about their financial realities. Basically, if an athlete bought too many toys, Fisher's new company will loan them some cash with a car or a house or even a pension as collateral should the athlete fail to pay them back, which they likely will. This is a good side hustle for Derek Fisher.
Derek Fisher works for the millionaire version of Advanced Financial.
That's it. That's it.
Checking the cash.
That's all it is.
My God.
Renaissance.
Rental spoon.
If this was Wally Zerbiak, would the world have a problem with it, though? Because at the end of the day, he's providing a vehicle that responsible businessmen should appreciate and should take advantage of.
Right.
Just in the fact that it's pro athletes that he's taking advantage of and are usually, historically, irresponsible with how they leverage their future earnings or current earnings.
Okay.
Is that on them, or is it a market to take advantage of?
I think.
Go ahead. No.
I think it's on both because you get Derek Fisher, and you got to think, nah, I can't do that because I know some of these boys are not going. I mean, it's a dirty game.
Yeah.
He could have said that.
Yeah.
But he could have thought, you know what? I'll make some money because I know they ain't gonna pay back.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That's what he's thinking.
That's what he's thinking.
Because it's both. You're right, it's both. Like, you should know better than to deal with these places. But then, let's say, people are human beings. They run into situations where they need some extra cash, they need some extra money. And they may, but I bet those interest rates are crazy.
You know what?
You look at it as D. Fish, who's an African American man.
And a coach.
Yeah, who has African American kids and who was raised in a, as a black man.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you are going to take advantage of black men. And that's why, Baron Davis comes out and said he's a scam.
Yeah.
Because in 2011, during the lockout period, he was in cahoots with Billy Hunter. And he was speaking on behalf of Billy Hunter. Okay. And they found out through financial records that Billy Hunter bought him a $22,000 Rolex. And why are you buying me a watch? Well, why am I? That's how good you shaking this out.
What man ball is that?
Man, right? Yeah, no, for sure. And that's the type of person he is. Derek Fisher's a snake.
Yeah,
he's a snake.
I mean,
it's a dirty game, man.
It is a dirty game, and I see it's a potential in earning. You see that,
yeah.
But don't take advantage of kids that that look like you.
Predatory.
Yeah, for sure.
Some of you have seen before.
Yeah,
like that's crazy.
You gonna buy me a watch? Why you buy me a Rolex? You gonna fly me out? You gonna flew me out?
You flew me out?
You gonna flew me out?
Derek Fisher getting flued out?
Getting flued out? Trash. Do better, Little Rock, Arkansas's own Derek Fisher. Do better. They're ready to start with halftime? Let's go.
We're at the midway point. Enjoy all of the halftime festivities.
Halftime. We have another installment of Coach Brown's 2-minute drill. Coach Brown's a former TSU tight end and the current defensive coordinator for Hillsborough High School in Nashville, Tennessee. Shout out to the Burrows. Coach Brown will give an insight on hot topics from a former player and a current coach's perspective. Let's see what Coach Brown has to say this week.
Good evening. I am Coach Brown, and welcome to Coach Brown's 2-minute drill. We're going to jump right into it. Let's talk about the Lake Show. Yes, the LeBron James Lakers. He and Lonzo Ball both had triple doubles last night. Crazy game. A lot of passes, a lot of rebounding, a lot of scoring. They are the first teammates to both have a triple double in a game since 2007. That's a pretty good feat, if I do say so myself. Moving on to NFL football, talking Cleveland Browns. Yes, we're talking the Cleveland Browns because they have a slim chance of possibly making the playoffs. It's going to be tough, but FSP, do you think they can slide in there? And more importantly, I got another question for you guys. Did the firing of Hugh Jackson help this team? Or would they have done this if Hugh Jackson was still the coach? We're going to move on to talk a little bit about Kareem Hunt. I was listening to Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless talk about this with another young white sports reporter, and she was saying that he shouldn't be able to work again and this and that. And Shannon Sharp brought up a good point. Doctors that do this get to come back to their career. Lawyers that do this get to come back to their career. Bankers that do this get to come back to their career. Now, he should be reprimanded and there should be some actions taken against him. But should he lose his career over this? I'm not altogether sure. I don't think it's justifiable for him to lose his career. I mean, it needs to be the same rules across the board, not just for athletes. And typically, most of the athletes are African American. Is that the reason why they're so quick to take their careers away, even after making a mistake that was big like this? So, what do you think, guys? Think, FSP? Hey, I want to appreciate you guys for everything. I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas. Hey, I am the coach, Coach Brown. It is Root, and I'm gone.
And that is another installment of Coach Brown's 2-minute drill. First thing he talked about, Lonzo Ball and LeBron James both having triple doubles. Sign of things to come.
I think well, I know LeBron can do it.
For sure.
I think that's what Lonzo Ball game is too.
Do you think? Okay, so they're looking to combine a couple of picks, players, to get Anthony Davis in the offseason. You think that's something that can happen? Will Lonzo be included in that?
Anthony Davis, he better know he will.
I doubt it. I think it'd just be Ingram.
Yeah, to me, I don't think you get rid of Lonzo Ball right now.
And LeBron.
I mean, once he gets back over here, I mean, it may change. I don't know. but Lonzo, man, he's different, man. I've been saying this since LeBron went to that team. I mean, of course, you can get Anthony Davis, you go get Anthony Davis.
Right.
But they just keep that young nucleus together, man. Let them grow. Yeah. Let them learn from the best player in the world. I guarantee you that team becomes competitive in next year.
But you've been an advocate for that for sure.
Is it stunt his growth to play with LeBron James?
Who, Lonzo Ball? No. It's showing him other aspects of how to play ball.
For sure.
Work on your jump.
It can only help him.
Get to your spots. Find your teammates in different places.
It's stunt Ingram's growth.
Yeah, Ingram. We thought Ingram's trash. Not trash, but he doesn't look good.
You thought it was?
No. I mean, the world. Yeah.
He got to learn a little bit. But Josh Hart's played. Kuzma's still Kuzma.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Rondo's been hurt, so giving Lonzo more time.
Mm-hmm. The only person and he had a setback, so he's going to be here long. Yeah. The only person that has been affected by the emergence of LeBron James being a Los Angeles Laker is Brandon Ingram. You got to get rid of him and whoever else you can get rid of. I don't think they'll get rid of Lonzo.
Fourth in the West, though. Who saw that coming?
Everybody said it'd be a top 5 team, right?
I did. I said it'd be 6.
Right?
I said it'd be 6 or 7. I never said 4.
We didn't know how bad Houston was going to be.
We did know that. And we didn't know the Clippers would be as high up as they are.
Clippers are good. Grizzlies are good. Yeah, no, for sure. Sacramento's better.
Yeah.
For sure compete. Cleveland Browns, are they better with Greg Williams than they were with my man, Hugh Jackson?
You got to think about it, though. Those first 3 games, they had a tie.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had another game that if the kicker just makes a field goal, they win. So
yeah, 2 games.
2 games. You're right, 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I can't. If a couple things shake the other way, 3-1 with you.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Then he's not fired. You know,
they went out the end.
They went out the end. For sure.
Especially
that's the but that team is talented.
They
got talent.
Really, people what people don't know. If Pittsburgh loses, they can win the division.
Yeah, Pittsburgh. And they have New England.
And they got New England and the Saints.
Yeah.
They can win the division.
It'd be tough. Kareem Hunt, should he be banned from NFL football?
No, I can't speak on that.
That's stupid. That's stupid. Come on. I ain't even gonna get off into that. You ready to start? For sure. Most definitely. Let's start second half.
Let's do it.
The second half is underway.
Here we go.
Second half, man. College football bowl breakdown 2019 FSP style.
Always FSP
You
style.
better know it.
Better damn believe it. Before you can start, I'm J-Ho.
It's your boy Big Jeff.
I'm Weezy. What's cracking?
Weezy, the first 6 bowl games of the season took place Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And there's plenty of more college football action to come this
Did
year.
you watch any of those ball games?
I did not.
Me either.
I wanted to watch one
I
though.
watched the
MTSU.
I watched that one.
Yeah.
I got a hand quick.
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 Sure, most definitely. That was beginning with the Boca Raton Bowl on Tuesday, and there will be 5 straight days with at least one bowl game. The FSP is here to break down the 2018-19 college football bowl season. You know, college football swag. We talk about this every year here at FSP. So bowl games are measured by the swag that they give out as much as the matchup. And the NCAA allows bowl games to award up to $550 in gifts to 125 members of each participating school.
Wow.
Additionally, schools and conferences can award each participant up to $400 for postseason play. Now, this year's most gifted this year's most gifted gifts are electronics. That was tough for me to say. In previous seasons, they have been watches and game consoles. So we'll go through the top 5 swag items from each bowl game. Starting with the number 5 was a PlayStation 4 with controller and games given at the PlayStation Fiesta Bowl.
Okay.
That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Number 4 was a $425 Amazon gift card given out at the Valero Alamo Bowl. So the Valero Alamo Bowl. You know,
You coming up on that?
yeah.
$425 on
in
Amazon?
college?
Man, your room gonna be crazy.
Crazy. Soundboards.
All that.
Beats by Dre. You got plenty of those.
You got the headphones
Sure.
already.
Yeah.
But nah, dorms be crazy.
Crazy. Number 3 was a customized Yeti tailgate gear at the Cheez-It Bowl.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it comes with an engraved fossil watch, a custom bag toss tailgate set, and a Yeti rolling cooler with your name on it. Okay.
All right.
Number 2 was a personalized.
That was more for the front
It
office.
was more for the front office. Sure. Number 2 was a personalized life-size fat head of each player. That's pretty cool, right?
That's pretty dope.
Yeah. Get that, had that at the crib. I want my own fat head.
Yeah, man.
I know they still made fat heads.
Yeah, they do, for sure.
I got it wrong.
Yeah, for sure you do. And last but not least, the number 1 item was a personalized bobblehead of each player at the Capital One Orange Bowl.
That's dope.
That's pretty cool.
I love that.
I love to have that for sure.
That's my least favorite.
That's your least favorite? Which one, the 425?
Yeah, why do I care about a bobblehead?
See, it's all about,
Now, I'm just telling you why would I give a fuck about a bobblehead?
the one that I would want the most is the fat head of each player.
Yeah.
Because you know, life size.
Yeah,
But you
know
said
why?
the number 1 was the bobblehead.
Yeah, they said it was the number 1 requested one because you get a bobblehead of each of yourself. You don't want a bobblehead?
No.
I wouldn't mind having a
I wouldn't mind
bobblehead.
having a
Yeah, but my number 1 is the fat head. What about you, Jeff? What's your
Bobblehead.
bobblehead? Yeah, bobblehead is cool, man.
Then the
Show
if I'm in
me money.
college, 425 for the door,
Yeah.
you shaking it.
It's all about, dude, you'll never play in another ball game you're a senior, and there's a bobblehead or a fat head you can put on the wall
cool
of
with
yourself.
I got a jersey.
425. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's time. Now we got the bowl swag out of the way. Let's go through the games, man. December 27th.
Uh-oh.
And we're talking about a couple of our teams. Jeff's team did not make it for the first time in 37 years. Most definitely.
Shout out to Coach Taggart.
Yeah, most definitely, man. So
That's your coach.
That's
my
your
guy.
guy. That's your guy, for sure.
Yeah.
Keep fighting, Jeff.
Keep fighting,
Keep your hands up, Jeff.
They up.
They up, for
Yeah,
sure.
you know it.
Okay. December 27th, the Academy Sports plus Outdoors Texas Bowl.
That's a lot.
Pitts, right. Baylor versus Vanderbilt, 9 p.m. on ESPN at NRG Stadium in Houston. Weezy, how you feeling about your chances against the Baylor Bears?
We'll take care of business in that game.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it.
Not worried about it at all?
We have no injuries. We're good.
Yeah.
Their best player's injured. Jalen Hurts not playing.
Jalen Hurts not playing.
No. I'm disappointed about that.
Yeah, for sure. That was the person that you look out for, was Jalen Hurts.
You know what was funny and what would have been awesome? If, now, no disrespect to y'all, but if Tennessee would have beat y'all, this would have been Jalen Hurts versus Tennessee.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have seen that.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts was the Big 12 Offensive Newcomer of the Year, had 69 catches, 6 touchdowns, so had a good year. But if you look at Baylor, they were 1-11 last year.
Yeah.
So for them to turn around and be 6-6, man. Vanderbilt was dead in the water last year. You guys have what? I was like 4 years in a row, 4 winning seasons in a row.
Yeah, you said lost 4 years in college.
Yeah, 4 straight seasons without a winning campaign.
So can Coach Mason turn it around after having one foot out the door?
I
Can he get back focused and win this game?
At this point,
money's on the line.
Because he was in Colorado.
Yeah.
It just didn't work out for him.
I think at this point, Vanderbilt got a new AD this year.
Yeah,
this
do.
week. And he came out and said that they're not changing facilities. So we are where we are.
So they're not gonna.
He said there's no
plans.
no plans to correct facilities at this time.
Yeah, I mean the indoor facility is breathtaking.
Yeah.
They have the worst stadium in the SEC. It's not even close. It looks like a college stadium, like a low major.
Like a high school.
It looks like a high school.
Your butt hurts when you see
Yeah, those seats are trash.
terrible.
Bleachers are trash. But if you look at it, they were dead in the water, coming in at 3-5, blasting through Tennessee, keep it going. So shout out to the Vanderbilt Commodores. Got a prediction as far as score?
Vanderbilt 24, Baylor 10.
Jeff?
17-14 Baylor.
Ooh, I got Vanderbilt winning 37-27. Joe Juwan Williams is one of my favorite players at Vanderbilt. Keyshawn, of course. Yeah, for sure. So that's dope. What's the point spread? I think Vanderbilt's 4.5. I think.
Trying to quit that.
It's good. It's good.
Good job by you, Williams.
Most definitely.
I should do.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, you do.
That should be your new name.
Yes.
I got to do.
AKA, I got a lot. It's like Jeff is the French. AKA, he has a podcast to do. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
It's all good.
Let's move right along to on Saturday, December 29th, the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl with pits the Florida Gators versus the number 7 Michigan Wolverines at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. Oh, man. We had a 9-3 record this year.
Right.
We need this win to push us to 10 games with 10 wins. Wolverines are 10-2, 8-1 finish in Big Ten play.
It's going to be a low-scoring game.
I doubt it. I don't think so.
It's two good defenses.
Yeah, it's going to be
Yeah, 2 top 10 defenses.
Yeah. What offense going to come from?
Y'all quarterback ain't there.
Quarterback is trash.
Hey, that quarterback is just a
We got to
little
go
cool.
running game. The quarterback is trash on their end. too.
What offense going to come
This
from?
is one of the most even matchups in a lot of these ball games.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you got
I was gonna say if both teams come to play, like if both teams really care,
right.
this could be the game of the weekend.
Yeah,
Like, this could
for
be
sure.
this is evenly matched. Like this is
Yeah.
should be fun to watch.
Yeah. Michigan defense locked down. Our
Yeah.
defense, we're gonna lose some players because they're getting NFL ready.
Yeah.
But we can talk about that a lot. But I got us winning 28-24.
I'm going to go 21-20 Florida.
Okay.
It's going to be close, man.
I got Michigan 24-14.
24-14.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. Shout
I
out to
mean, whoever makes the least mistakes,
for sure.
turnovers.
Turnover.
Turnovers going to be big key in this game.
Most definitely. What was that? Scared the hell out of me. Let's move right along.
Bounce it out.
Not another one of those.
No, okay. Move right along to the All-State Sugar Bowl. It's Texas Longhorns against the Georgia Bulldogs. This is played at Mercedes-Benz Superdome.
Mhm.
So they have the Superdome and they have the Georgia the old Georgia Dome. Mercedes-Benz spending some money.
Some bread.
This is in New Orleans. And the Longhorns improved Herman's second season, going 9-4 with big victories.
Yeah.
Just a big loss to Oklahoma in the Big 12 championship game. How you guys feel about this game?
I think Texas is going to play them. These guys are really, really tough.
Okay.
Georgia averages about 12 penalties a game.
Okay.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of penalties.
Sure.
Most penalized team in college football. So,
Okay.
And then with the way Texas runs its no huddle,
Yeah.
anybody has trouble with it.
With the victory over the Longhorns, the Bulldogs can finish in the top 4 for the second straight season. And they also get back DeAndre Baker, who said hella high water, he's playing in the game. He's not preparing for the draft. So that's dope, man. But I have Georgia winning 38-28.
Okay. Who you
I
got?
can see that. 10 points.
Yeah.
Georgia, 28-20, something like that.
Georgia by 3 touchdowns.
Wow, so it's a blowout.
Yes. We got it in one early.
Wow.
Second quarter, second, third quarter.
SEC
Yeah,
Let me turn this one out. Second, third quarter.
Wow.
I don't know about that.
if Georgia's bringing their players to play, we gonna have to worry about
I like Georgia running backs though. I like Swift. Swift is cold.
And the thing is, dude, like one of the most underrated quarterbacks in college football is Texas's Sam Ehlinger, man.
Okay.
Underrated. People not talking about
Dual
him.
threat.
But playing against Georgia is a different animal.
It's a different
That's
team.
different. You playing against some SEC competition, playing against Big 12 people. Let's move right along to the PlayStation Fiesta Bowl.
it. Or just Georgia's very good.
Georgia's good
Yeah.
too. LSU, the Bengal Tigers against UCF.
Good Tigers.
Yeah, State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Let's kind of go through it, fellas. Who you guys got winning this and why?
It's trash that UCF's quarterback's not going to be there.
Yeah, that's the only
just
thing.
trash because this is going to be their first loss.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
for sure.
And it just sucks that it's like, oh, well, they finally lost. We don't have to worry about them. No, they were good enough. They could have been a playoff team,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, this gonna suck.
I'm telling y'all, man,
Uh-oh.
this team can beat LSU.
Can they?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I
I
like
tell y'all,
that,
man,
Weezy.
they these people that run these open wide, no huddle offenses.
Mhm.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's hard.
UCF has got a team full of seniors.
Yeah, they do.
They have a team full of, they just missing one quarterback, but that's system.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot to miss.
Greedy's not playing too.
That's what I'm saying. Brady ain't playing for LSU.
Greedy's not playing, so that can help out.
And when have we seen LSU score some points?
Gosh,
They don't have a quarterback.
They don't have offense.
Yeah, up and down season for LSU. Let's keep it a buck.
Yeah.
But I still
They
have
overperform. Just to keep it, we all thought this was gonna be a very down year for LSU.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But I got LSU winning 31-24 against UCF.
I got LSU winning, probably 28-10.
It's gonna be a low score. Yeah, 10-7. LSU.
Woo.
Yeah, because SEC teams usually
They don't control the ball.
yeah,
Yeah.
Try to
they
slow it
traditionally
down.
lose.
Yeah.
They don't get up for games like this.
If you're Devin White, are you playing in this game? Because him and Greedy Williams grew up together, played high school, played Pop Warner together.
Yeah.
Greedy's setting out for this game. Devin White, 115 tackles, best linebacker in college football.
Yeah, if he sets out, this game's even.
Yeah, it's true. For real.
If he sets
He
out,
said he's
the
playing though.
game, if he playing, we good. But if he sets out, the game's even.
I respect that. Yeah. 10-7.
10-7.
Yeah, low scoring game. Low scoring affair.
Last but not least, the Rose Bowl game. Washington versus Ohio State.
Hmm.
This is the Urban Meyer final game at Ohio State, the granddaddy of them all, as they would
Is it
say.
called the Rose Bowl?
Right.
Yeah.
What does Dwayne Haskins do? Does he play?
I don't think he plays.
Really?
I think he is.
He gotta play.
He
gotta
should. I hope he does. But
If
it's up to Urban. If Urban's coming to win, he's gonna talk to Dwayne to play.
but he ain't.
If
He ain't coming to win.
Urban's just here to just be there as a figurehead, not Dwayne play.
This whole-
It's a series.
This whole Ohio State team morale's already
It's
down.
dope.
Most of us quit on him already.
Yeah.
They know the coach ain't gonna be there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Half of the coaching staff already has new jobs.
Yep.
Yeah.
So and then Washington has everything to play for.
Mm-hmm. Everything.
And
Yeah.
Ohio State felt like they should be able to
Jake Brown his last year, his last game.
Yeah.
They still got everything to play for. So I wouldn't be surprised if Washington blows them out.
This is one of those games where you see the bad Ohio State show up. And they don't play well as they should. Like against Purdue. This
Yeah.
could definitely be how Purdue wins. They're more talented than Washington.
They're just not
Washington
up
is
for it.
But I don't think they'll play them.
They won't be up for
Yeah,
it.
I think, but Dwayne Haskins will play.
Okay.
He has the Big Ten record passing touchdowns. He has to get. He will get that. Just there's no reason for them to let Urban Meyer go out with the L. I think they win by 10, 38-28.
Yeah, 'cause,
should.
I mean, let's not get wrong. Ohio State's a top 5 team.
Yeah, for sure. They should have been in
the top 3 team.
Yeah,
top 3
they-
team to me.
There's an 18 playoff. They're in
No,
for sure.
But Washington's a top 10 defense.
Yeah.
They only average. They only give up 26 points a game. I mean, not 26 points a game. 17 points a game. I'm sorry.
Right. Yeah.
It's all good.
Lockdown defense. For sure.
Lockdown.
Shout out to Washington. They got 5 people that will be drafted in February on that Washington team.
Okay.
Just on defense.
Okay.
Secondary is crazy.
Yeah,
Most
I know that. Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the college football playoff semifinals.
Mm-mm.
Starting with the Capital One Orange Bowl,
Uh-oh.
which pits the Alabama Crimson Tide versus the Oklahoma Sooners, 8 p.m. ESPN at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. The unbeaten Crimson Tide won the SEC championship facing the Big 12 champions.
Yeah.
In the Orange Bowl.
Yeah.
December 29th. What's up?
Points at a premium.
Hey, no, for sure. This is
Don't look away.
this is Tua Tagovailoa, Kyler Murray
Yeah.
at his finest. 5th straight season that Alabama's played in the college football playoff. However, this will be the Tide's first appearance in the Orange Bowl since 1999, and they only won one time over Oklahoma in program history, and that happened in 1963.
Okay.
But the thing about this game, both teams has two key players out.
Mm.
If Oklahoma, Hollywood Brown is not healthy,
Right.
well, he'll probably play. But if he's not 100%, that's half their offense.
Yeah.
And then if Tua's not 100%, which he ain't, that's half of their offense.
Yeah.
Tua scores every 2 minutes. You get Jalen Hurts, and it takes him 6 minutes to score.
Ooh, that's a big difference. They still scoring.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a difference.
Here's my thing. Like, my bad.
No, go ahead, no.
I think Kyler Murray is going to be asked to do so much
Mm.
that anything other than a flawless game is going to get out of hand.
Yeah, yeah.
He can't make an overthrow. He can't miss a guy. He's going to have to play pinpoint precision football from snap one to the end of the game for him to even have a chance to be down 7 or 10.
Yeah.
That's a lot to ask.
Yeah. And if you look at it, like how Weezy was saying, with Tua being injured, I think Nick Saban has a short leash on him, just on the strength of how well Jalen Hurts played in his limited time on the field. You have to say, hey, he comes out playing bad like how he played, or just because he gets hurt in every game. So it's a quick roll up. It happens. You got to pull the trigger quick, get Jalen Hurts in, because the Oklahoma offense will score at a rapid pace.
Is that something to worry about with him, though?
Just being often injured?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Maybe so.
Because like you just said,
Yeah.
you do hear it a lot.
Oh, he gets hurt
game.
every game.
Yeah,
He's playing with a bum knee all year.
Getting
I
up
mean,
slow.
he was in a boot. He was in a boot.
Yeah.
That means he can't put any pressure on his foot.
Not necessarily. That's just more precaution with a boot.
I don't know, Jay.
Yeah.
I just wonder, like, because that's every game pretty much you
Yeah.
watch it as, like, Tua's been giving around a little bit this week, or he's on the sideline getting,
I don't think he's even practicing. I don't
See that?
think
So he's
he's
still be
practicing.
there. He's still be on practice all week to go play.
Yeah. I don't think he's still be there.
I think Oklahoma, too, has a lot to, because I think this is Kyler Murray's last college football game.
Of course.
You know, so I just think Alabama's defense would do enough to limit him in space.
Yeah.
And with Alabama's great offense to match that great defense, continue a dominant season, man, moving on. Alabama wins 38-28.
Alabama 28-14. They win by 14 points. Whatever the score, they win 14 points.
I got Oklahoma winning this game.
I hope you're right. God,
I got Oklahoma.
I
I don't know the
hope you
score. but
I
I think
hope
I got
you're
Oklahoma.
right.
I got Oklahoma.
Cameraman wants some of that action.
I know he do.
Yeah.
I got Oklahoma in the game.
Man, I hope you're right.
14
Goodness.
point spread. I got Oklahoma in the game. You give me the 14? Yeah.
There it is. All right.
And last but not least, college football playoff semifinal at the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic. Number 2, Clemson versus number 3, Notre Dame on ESPN, 4 p.m. Eastern, AT&T Stadium in Jerry World. Second seeded Clemson Tigers are in the college football playoff for the 4th consecutive season, while the Irish are making their first appearance since the format switched to a 14 playoff.
Right.
How you guys feel about Clemson heading into this game?
This is the sleeper game, man. This is the game nobody's really talking about. It's a playoff game, too.
Because it's a given. People feel like
It's a given,
Right.
and I don't think so.
Okay.
I think Notre Dame is not. Notre Dame is good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They played an alright schedule. They caught some teams on a bad week.
They played a great schedule
Yeah,
compared to these other teams.
Right, they played a great schedule. But everybody's talking about Tua and Tyler Murray.
Yeah.
And nobody even talking about this game. And both of these teams are top 3 teams.
Undefeated.
Yeah.
Both of them undefeated.
Both undefeated.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, Jeff, you said this about a lot of teams. Clemson hasn't been tested since week 2
I was just about to say that.
Right.
at Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Like, they haven't played literally anybody since week 2. So if Ian Book, Notre Dame comes in, shakes the cage a little bit, shit.
If Clemson looks up and they're in a close game at halftime, this could be something to watch.
Yeah.
I really like Clemson's freshman running back, though, man. I really like him. He's a good player.
Clemson just has a really good young team, along with that great defense. 3 to 4 players that could go in the first round with Farrell, Lawrence, Christian Wilkins, Austin Bryant. They're all
quarterback.
in the NFL. Oh, dude, he could play in the NFL. Trevor Lawrence can play in the NFL today.
He does, yeah.
He played in the NFL today.
Ooh.
I ain't never seen it. Listen, bro.
Ooh.
Trevor Lawrence could play in the National Football League
Today.
yesterday. Not bullshit. He's that good.
I'm not knocking.
And
He's good. He's fun to watch.
He's really
I'm
fun to
knocking
watch. Yeah. I'm telling you, he is. And then you have Ian Book on the other side. Great player, too.
Yeah.
Been injured a little
A
bit,
little bit.
but still playing at a really, really high level. I think he's going to throw off some of that Clemson defense.
I just hope Coach Kelly's ready for where his team's at on this stage. I know Dabo is.
Because the world is watching.
Yeah, I know Dabo's been there. So I hope Coach Kelly's ready, make some adjustments when he needs to.
Well, see, one thing about Notre Dame is their stage, to me, is a little bit bigger than most college footballs anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have their own network deal with NBC.
Mm-hmm.
All their games are on TV. Most of them are prime time anyway.
Yep.
So yes, this stage is different. I agree with you, but they play on the stage every week that I think they should be okay for. I just wonder if they have the talent to keep up with Clemson, because Clemson got horses.
Yeah, and Clemson secondary on the other end has struggled badly against big time players. They're just so good with their front four that that helps them out. Yeah. But who you guys got winning?
Clemson. In a close one though.
Yeah.
Very close. Clemson.
Yeah.
Edges out field goal, late field goal.
I got 24-21 Clemson.
Yeah. I think both these games will be close. Until the Alabama game's going to surprise y'all now.
I hope so. I hope you're right. But I can see it getting ugly fast. Because Kylie got to play perfect.
He literally has to play perfect to beat them.
I don't think so, man. I think they can spread out Alabama and run that crazy offense. They can score points.
They can, but they can't stop them from scoring points either.
That's the damn.
Alabama could be stop them in that rhythm.
That's what I'm saying. So he has to play perfect. Because if he misses a beat, Alabama can keep rolling.
Yeah. That's the thing. Clemson, but Oklahoma's defense, they haven't played against anybody like that Alabama shit.
You can't give them no hope, though. You can't give them no hope.
That's true. Same thing.
Can't give them no hope for sure. If you look at Notre Dame, this is the feel-good story of the year, though. They were 4-8 2 years ago.
Yeah.
12-0. Even though they don't play against anybody, they're independent.
They don't play the conference championship.
Yeah, for sure. But at the same time, you got to fight for them. They got a good team. Brian Kelly is one of the luckiest coaches to coach at Notre Dame, and I think that's where Urban wants to go. Yeah, because he doesn't have to worry about anything. You just schedule who you schedule. Yeah, and if you win out, you're playing in the playoffs.
Every year get you there.
Hell yeah, Notre Dame game will get you there for sure. So we'll have Notre Dame versus not Notre Dame, but Clemson versus Alabama.
That's what we all predicted.
Was it every third time? Or four?
Now, last year it was Georgia versus Alabama.
We talking about the championship or just period in the playoffs?
In the championship.
Second time.
Yeah. I was back-to-back years. I was Georgia last year.
Yeah, Georgia last year.
Yeah. If they played, they just didn't play the
championship. Yeah, fellas. That is college football.
It is, man.
Bowl season.
It's all over with.
I just wish my boys was playing a little deeper into the playoffs.
You could be what Jeff said, man.
It's true.
It's true. We were there last year.
Cameraman, his
whole conference.
Yeah, he's good. Every year he's good.
Yeah, every year.
Now watch God.
Now watch God.
So, got a little too much dip on the chip. All the time.
Got too much dip on the chip, okay?
That's another one in the books, fellas.
Yeah, man.
Got a new segment. Let us know what y'all think about that new segment.
New segment, man.
Got show 250 coming up next
week.
250, show 249. We just finished that. Wrap that up, man.
Rough day for me.
Yeah, for sure. Keep your hands up, though.
Yeah, keep fighting.
Got to.
Yeah, for sure.
Been fighting 4 years. Don't keep fighting.
Yeah, that's it.
4 years, keep fighting. Hey, man.
I'm trying to get rid of him 4 years, yo.
You still here, though. You still here.
You hear me? Everything's still paid for.
Yeah.
Let go all this shit. Pink slips on all this shit. I didn't got started. Let me get out of here.
Yeah, Weezy.
Tweet us with questions throughout the week at Full Sport Press. Don't forget to comment and give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the YouTube page. On the iTunes page, please rate and subscribe. But more importantly, don't forget to tell a friend.
Everything paid for.
Most definitely. Weezy.
Everything paid for. Pink slips on everything.
Camera's always on, bro. Oh, my goodness.
The revolution will be podcasting, man. Cameraman, we out.
You've been waiting on that.
Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Thank you for listening to the Full Sport Press podcast. To catch up on prior episodes, visit the SoundCloud page. And don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend.